What's going on, guys? Alex here, 814 EDC, and tonight I should say, I have a quick little unboxing to do for you guys. So I have 3 packages sitting in front of me today. I went and picked them up before work. So I sat in my car all day, and then I came home and ate dinner. I've been watching the Penguins' first playoff game, and it's overtime, or it's going into overtime, so there's a 20-minute intermission. So I'm gonna bust out this video real quick. One package is a knife, and the other 2 are knife maintenance related things. So one is coming, we'll just jump into the first one. We'll go package by package, but this is coming from Orion Knives, and it feels like there is absolutely nothing in this box. It feels like there's absolute air. So my unboxing knife is the Civivi Chevalier. Carried this today with me at work. I don't know about this knife, guys. Like, it's fun, but then I'm also like, you know, how much fun am I having, and I'm like, how much joy am I getting out of using it and carrying it? And it's definitely not the worst knife in the world. I mean, I still need to carry it more, I still need to use it more, but I just don't know. I don't know. I guess I'll have to wait and see for the final review. Cut through there. And like I said, this is coming from Orion Knives. David over at Blade Banner is the owner and operator of Orion Knives. He is, I don't know what I just did with my hand there. He created the Orion Knives Solaris, which I had in the collection for quite a while. It was a gift from, I think Paul Windmiller gifted that to me back early on in the channel. But recently, well, within the last, I guess it was over winter break when I was still home and working my winter break job, I gave it to one of my coworkers who I always talk to about knives, and he's always interested in what I'm carrying. But we would always joke around, and like sometimes throughout the day he'd get on Amazon and show me like these like cheap gas station like the Shadow Ranger type knives and stuff like that. So you know, I wasn't carrying the Solaris that much, so I gifted it to him, and I think he's really enjoying it. So, but this is the same person. So yeah, this is not really much in there, just some bubble wrap and the product that I ordered. This bubble wrap can go towards someone else or another package that I'm going to send out. But the product that I bought is some medium strength thread locker, or Loctite, whatever you would call it. It comes with that, and then it comes with a little like needle nose applicator. And I saw this on a lot of different videos from Kevin. He's been using that for, I believe, a couple months now, I think. He said that I don't know if he just came across it on David's website or how he found it, but he said that it is like more quick drying, has like a better formula for quicker drying when you Loctite and thread lock your pivots and stuff like that. And he says it's really nice because you get that applicator. I think whenever he does it, he just puts it like right on the pivot instead of, you know, I've been using it's over there out of reach from the camera, tucked in a container. But what I've been using is just like a small like squeeze container of, I think it was just Loctite from like the Loctite company, and it would get messy, and it wouldn't really, you know, work that well. I had trouble sometimes with pivots not tightening and stuff like that. So this was only like, I think it was like $5 and $5 to ship. So $10 total for this is not bad at all. And, you know, if Kevin enjoys it and he, you know, kind of recommends it, then to me that's enough, because Kevin takes apart far more knives than I do. He probably takes apart more knives in a month than I do, or more knives in a week than I do in a month. So that was my first thing that I purchased. And then the second one is coming from Knife Pivot Lube. And this is their new rust preventative, what I believe they're calling Knife Shield, or just Shield. Should get all tape off on this. And this came out, I think like 2 weeks ago or so. And I meant to pick some up when they first released it, but it was kind of hyped up, and I think it sold out like really quickly because I wasn't able to buy some. Then I saw they restocked another site, and Kevin again talked to me about it and said that it had been working really well for him. Not only is it a rust preventative, it also like helps clean your blades really well. So like if you use your knife on a lot of taped up packages and you kind of have that gunk that gets like left over, like residue on your blade, sometimes it's quite annoying to have to clean off. And Kevin I know used alcohol a lot, and he said it worked a lot better than alcohol. So I figured I'd go and pick some up, especially because, you know, it's going to be summertime. You know, I live in PA where it's going to get really hot and humid, and I'm going to be working outside this summer, and I didn't want to, I wanted to take the precautionary steps to ensure that, you know, I'm doing what I can to not rust all my knives. So it just comes with KPL's typical like confetti stuff that I don't really want to take out of the box, but put that back there. And here it is, guys. It comes like shrink wrapped, but it's KPL Knife Shield. This environmentally friendly formula creates a self-healing film that A, cleans and degreases, B, polishes, and C, prevents rust and corrosion on metal surfaces. So directions, you just spray this on before use. You know, you spray it on both sides of the blade, let it sit for 10 to 20 seconds, then you wipe it off with a microfiber, and you should be good. You know, just reapply once in a while. So in the summertime, I'll probably reapply this. You know, and I have a decent enough collection now that I'm not going to carry a knife, you know, a week straight or something like that. But as long as as long as this works, which I've been hearing good things, because I think I have EDCI, which is what I've used before, and I never had any really true issues with it, but I've heard other people, Kevin being one of them, I think he actually claims that it helps rust his knives faster than opposed if he didn't put it on. But I've had no really true issues with it, but it was kind of like the first thing in the EDC world, I believe, that was kind of just a spray-on rust preventative, and it seems like KPL kind of took that and like upgraded it and made it better. You know, KPL is just a good company too in general to support. So I was, you know, I think this was like 20 bucks to pick up, but you get a decent sized bottle of it and it'll last you, you know, for me, a good amount of time. So those are the two knife maintenance things, the KPL Knife Shield and the thread lock from Orion Knives. And here is the sort of crown jewel of this unboxing, something that I have been super, super excited about. It was really hard for me not to bust into this whenever I got to work a few minutes early, and I was like, should I bust into it? Should I open it up? And I was like, no, I'll wait. So I get my first reactions on camera. But this is coming by the way of Tactile Knife Co. Now, already you guys should have a pretty good idea of what I ordered, because Tactile Knife Co. only sells 2 knives. They sell, well, that's false. They sell a couple knives, but 2 main knives. They sell the Rockwall in either a flipper or a thumb stud version, and they sell the Bexar, which is a newer rendition, kind of a modern slip joint. And I went with the Bexar, guys. I have been kind of drawn to this knife for quite a while, and I finally just pulled the trigger on it. I figured, you know, it was getting to be, you know, to the point where I would get on and look at it practically almost every day, and just drool about it. And I know Kevin has one, and he got in some really nice slips from Northwoods Leather Co. or Northwoods Leather Works Co. I think, which I'm getting one made. Troy over there actually sent me, I think he shipped it out to me today, but he sent me the picture of it last night. I think he shipped it today. Super excited for that. And I just kept looking at Kevin's posts and stuff, and something about the slip and the knife peeking out of the top and the like, it was just so like sexy to me, and I kept wanting it, and I finally pulled the trigger on it. So this is my first rendition of a slip joint. Not much packaging. It just comes in this bubble wrap in a very tiny box, which is, you know, to be understood. But so it comes in their little logo there. Proudly designed, machined, and assembled in Texas, tactileknifeco.com. So I'll leave a link to all these products in the description down below, the thread lock, the knife shield, and the Bexar. But I've really been excited for it, and I don't know. I'm hoping I like it, and I think I'm going to, because it's so slim and thin, and I've heard it's like a laser beam for cutting. I went with the 20CV version because the Magna Cut version was out of stock, and I wasn't sure how long it'd be before they came back in stock, and I got kind of impatient. I figured I waited long enough, but you slide it out of here, and then you have the Tactile Knife Company's COA, so Certificate of Authenticity. You have the model Bear, scales titanium, blade 20 CV, hardness is 62, and it was assembled by Ariasi. I'm having a hard time pronouncing that and reading that, but its date of birth was 3/18/22. So you guys can read that if you want. On the back here it says Tactile Knife Company. So Tactile Knife Company is not something that you guys have probably all heard about, but they originally started out with making pens. Tactile Turn was their original company, and as of within the last year, I think they digressed into Tactile Knife Company, and they're basically the same company, but there's two separate entities. But they first came out with the Rockwall in a flipper, and there were some D10 issues with that, I believe. And then they came out with the Rockwall and the thumb stud, and from what I've heard, people love that knife, and it is also on my list. So that might be coming maybe later this summer if I can, if I can round up the funds, if I want to pull the trigger on one. And then more recently, the Bear, which is just beautiful, guys. I mean, you guys can already see. I'm sure most of you have seen the Bear before, but really nice textured machining there. Oh, nice clip point style blade. Should say Tactile right there. Doesn't say 20 CV, I don't think, anywhere. On the MagnaCut versions, it says MagnaCut on the blade, but mine is 20 CV. It just doesn't say it anywhere. Comes with a nice lanyard. I thought about tossing like a titanium bead on here, but I'm not much of a lanyard guy to begin with, so I figured I would just try out the standard lanyard and see how I like it. But yeah, guys, this thing, look how thin this thing is. Feels good in the hand. And there's a good amount of tension here. The only other slip joint I've handled was the Luna by Real Steel, and it was super easy to push down. This isn't. I know people call this, I think, walk and talk. So you have closed, the half stop, and then it's fully open. And I'm not sure, like, I know a lot of people rank like the walk and talk and the pressure on like a scale of 1 to 10. To me, I'm not sure what this would be because this is my first rendition of a fixed split or a slippy. But to me, it feels good. It has nice pressure. I'm sure it'll break in a little bit once I get used to it and kind of mess with it a little bit, but it feels great in the hand. I will have to get used to this lanyard, but I think it, I think it looks good on the knife. I think it adds kind of a nice touch to it. Look at that blade stock, guys. I mean, this knife is just going to cut so well, especially for a slip joint. You're not going to be out there, doing a lot of hard use tasks and a lot of, stressful things. Like this is going to be this is made for opening Amazon packages, opening letters. You could probably cut some shipping labels with it. Just, around the house, smaller EDC tasks. And I'm excited. So most of the time I'm a fidget guy. I fidget with all my, I like to have a good fidget factor. I fidget with all my knives, but there's just something about this that drew me towards it. And I think it looks beautiful and I'm very excited. I'm super excited to get my slip in. I don't know if I'll do an unboxing on that or if I'll post a reel. Maybe I'll try my hand another reel like I did the other day with the 395 prototype, but some sort of content will be updated for you guys on the YouTube, so be on the lookout for that. And I cannot wait to get this in pocket. This is going to be just such a fantastic summer edition or summer carry for me. It's partly why I wanted to get a wallet case, because I could put my cards in there and I wouldn't have to carry a wallet with me, and I could just drop this in my slip right in my front pocket of my shorts and go about my day. So I'm very excited for this, guys. And yeah, I think that's really all I have to say about it right now. I don't want to go in depth too much, and I don't want to ramble on and keep talking. So this is my new Tactile Knife Co Bear in 20 CV. Super excited, guys. And if you have if you have a Bear, leave a comment down below. If you have any thoughts on it, I would love to hear what you guys have to say. So don't be shy to leave a comment. But that is all for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your evening, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.